Hey, what's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Shadowverse deck and gameplay video. We're actually playing the pre-release, because the full release of the Fortune's Hand expansion comes out tomorrow. I'm not sure what time in Pacific Standard Time is going to be out, but before we get into the full release, I wanted to do a video for today. So I wanted to feature a deck that is kind of cool. Something that you can easily play in the pre-release because it doesn't require too many new cards, and that is Greenwood Guardians. So Greenwood Guardian Force is actually not even a deck that I talked about in my tier list video because I didn't think about it too much, but I wanted to do something with all the Accelerate cards that Forest got from Fortune's Hand. Like Chipper Skipper is a pretty cool card, Leona is a pretty cool card, Deepwood Wolf also. So of course in Control Forest or OTK Roach, you could play some of these cards in the deck. Like obviously Deepwood Wolf is really good in Roach Forest, but I wanted to play more of them, so I thought about building this Greenwood Guardian deck. The package of the deck is, most of it's the same. It got some new cards, like I put in Gabriel in here, because you might as well put in Gabriel when you have an Invocation Storm through Lamaga. Some other new cards I added in, of course, were the Accelerate cards, because I think the Accelerate cards kind of work in the package for Greenwood Guardian just as a mid-range tool for some extra utility. I also have the World in here, because if you get to turn 10 and it's in your deck, you can invoke this card, and I think it's just like a decent card. Like its fanfare is decent as well if you draw it, but you just want to invoke it, and it gives you some extra reach at the end of the game, because the thing with Greenwood Guardian is sometimes you don't get the reach because your finishers like Lamaga, which is only like 5 damage. You have some additional storm with Omni, and also Deepwood Wolf now could also give you some more storm damage. And Primal Giant is really good in this deck because, one, it's an Accelerate card, so it activates like your Chipper Skipper and stuff, but you just kind of want to play Primal Giant on turn 9 because the fallers that you could summon from this card are pretty good. Like you could get your Lamaga, you could get like Prime Okami or Deepwood Wolf. Yeah, just a bunch of good stuff that you could get from it. So yeah, played some games with it and it was doing okay. I don't think this deck is going to be super well, especially when the full expansion comes out and everyone's going to be playing more well refined decks. This deck probably won't do too well. It's probably at most a tier 3 deck, maybe tier 4, but regardless, I want to show you this deck because it was kind of cool in pre-release. So yeah, and I haven't seen anyone play this deck actually in pre-release. So if you want to be a little bit special and play Forest that's other than like OTK Roach Forest, or some people have also been playing some like fairy versions of Forest decks, you could give this deck a try. We'll see how it goes during the full release, but yeah, enjoy the games guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, against Shadowcraft, Burial Rite Shadow it's what I've been seeing the most of, and Burial Rite Shadow is pretty good, hard to deal with. We can maybe throw this all back. I could possibly keep the Synchronized Slash, but it's not actually that good early on because it's hard to proc the 2 cards before it. This is actually a way better hand. Curse a lot nicer. We got some Greenwood Guardians. I'm not sure if I wanted to add Elfchild May into this deck. I don't think Greenwood Guardians can really play May because you don't actually play. I don't think you ever play 4 cards in one turn unless you get into the late game. But Accelerates might have made it more easier to do it. Okay, play Guardian here. We actually have a decent amount of Guardians in our hand. He who wants rock. Can't really fill up my curve here, unfortunately. I'm just going to go Faceless, just 1 damage as well then. I don't think trading really matters because I think he's just going to trade for me. So might as well get the chip damage in. I would like to, yeah, okay, he's going to kill off the 1/1 here, which is good because I get to play the Wildwood next turn. I can't actually get reductions on my board though. So I think maybe I'd play Greenwood Guardian and the Woodland Cleaver instead, actually. When this thing comes up, he gets healing, so I don't think I want to use his evil to push face damage right now. I don't think it's quite worth it. Next turn I could play the Matriarch, and it's going to gain Storm, so I could evolve it. I do want to evolve it anyway, so I could get the Greenwood Guardian. And yeah, I could probably push extra damage with that. We're going second, so we have the extra evil points as well. How many? Yeah, we've played 3. So he gets the world, and that's going to heal him for 5. That's actually really good for him. Do I just want to go face? Could I ignore this actually? It's not doing anything on the board. I think we're evolving this regardless. These are going face. So I could go face here, put him to 10, and then I could play Greenwood Guardian as well. This comes up, so he gets the 5/5. He probably evolves it. Evolve, Burial Rite, destroy one of the enemy followers to the highest attack. Okay, yeah, so I think we have to trade here then, because he evolves this and this dies for free. This dies for free, he double trades. I fall really far behind if I don't trade here. Kind of unfortunate. He would go up to 13. He has just a ward, and it's going to be a 5 house, so it's actually really hard to deal with the ward. So I think we have to try to go a little bit into the later game. We have Primal Giant in our hand, so we at least have that. Next time we could Matriarch and then go double Greenwood Guardians, and then that's going to set up for our Lamaga. He's actually not evolving this though. I guess it's fair because he gets the trade here. I have to kill this Kawi. But yeah, Lamaga has to come down here. We have to set up for the Lamaga. I mean we have to play a Matriarch here because we have to set up for the Lamaga next turn. Trade here. I think I can leave these up. I don't care about it too much. Next turn we also have Deepwood Wolf available, so we could play Deepwood Wolf, evolve it. That's going to give us we have 11 damage next turn actually. So he has to not heal or play a ward. But if we can't kill him next turn, I think turn 8 there's like a good chance that we could kill him. Like turn 8 we could Deepwood Wolf plus Primal Giant to evolve the wolf as well. Ooh, the Hades deck actually. I guess like some people are just playing Hades and Burial Rite together though. Kind of a good splash. He thinks he's safe, but this is actually giving me +3 on the evil. The wolf for the finish. What a good boy. Okay, Bloodcraft. I guess it would be Wrath Blood, I think. Do I want to keep the Woodland Cleaver? It's not great right now. It is something to do on turn 2 though, but... And it would give me a Guardian just on the fanfare. So maybe I didn't need the initial condition. Now my curve is a little bit awkward without a 2-drop. At least we drew a second crossbow sniper that we could play. But if he plays a 1-drop here, I'd actually probably trade the 1/1 in and then play the Guardian, just so I could play on curve. This deck really wants to maximize your play point usage. Because, like, missing 1 turn of a Guardian might be big. Yeah, unfortunately we just have to play this and pass. Kind of yeah, it's a really awkward hand here. Kind of, Now I wish I kept the 2-1, but hindsight bias. Pretty good draw. We're getting decent shit damage in, and maybe because Wrathblood's going to keep pinging themselves, maybe we could kind of rush them down by like turn 7. Turn 7's generally when you could get the Lamaga, but I actually don't think we could get Lamaga on turn 7 this game. Might be a little bit slower. This is actually kind of annoying. Don't have an Eve. Next turn I have Leona for the accelerate. I think we have to trade one in here so we could play another Guardian. Yeah. The Urus is just kind of annoying because it's a big body. I don't think he evolves it here though. He might evolve it actually. If he evolves it, it's fine for us because we could just evolve something and activate our Leona. Really, we draw a Chipper Skipper next turn. That'd be nice. Chipper Skipper would actually set us up for a good board. Oh my god. That card's so good. I think we just saved the Primogiant. It's kind of an awkward turn. Could Wolf this back, but how many? We've played 3. I think we just hold it. Wolfing this back. Give me 4, 5. I think I'd rather just. The next card we draw off the deck is probably playable, unless we draw. There's some cards in our deck that are not really good. Wow. I might play the World and then Deep Wolf it, actually. Like, there's nothing in my hand I could do. Unless I want to play Wolf on my next turn, which is really weak. Playing a 5/5 here is just really weak as well. I think it's this plus with the Wolf. I just go and bounce this back. Okay. Cleaver's at least active. I might just jam Omni next turn. I kind of want Omni in my pool for the Primogiant. Like Omni plus later on when I get Lamaga destroyed, then the Primogiant could potentially resurrect like 9 damage. It's a little bit RNG though because I have my curve filled in. I could use the Woodland Cleaver instead with the Barrage. And then I guess I bounce back this. I could bounce back the... I could also bounce back the Guardian. The damage and the healing is not too relevant right now. It lets me play Guardian 2 more times, so I'm going to go up to 5 Guardians played. Which isn't enough yet. I think I'd rather just bounce this back then. I just have to be above 10 before Behemoth. Behemoth comes down on turn 9, which takes up his whole turn. It'll blow up one of my followers and deal 10 to me. But actually turn 9, I could play Primogiant before that. So if I play Primogiant on the turn he wants to play Behemoth, he actually can't really do it. But the Primal Giant isn't really resin anything good. I'm really incentivized to play the Omni next turn if I can. But I'm also wanting to set up Lamaga. What's his Ras at actually right now? Okay, yeah. Okay, his Ras is active. Could Woodland Cleaver again? Yeah, I think we are just going to set the Lamaga then. Play 4 Guardians. Yeah, so next turn we get a Lamaga, and we also just drew into the Gabriel, so that's +6 damage. So we have 11 with our Evo, and we have 13 damage next turn. They might not expect the Gabriel as well. If that fails, we could also maybe just play the Omni instead. But yeah, he might not be expecting our range of damage, so... He did see the Wolf earlier, so maybe he would be afraid of the Wolf. But that's still only 11 damage with the Lamaga. Unless he sees that I can evolve both the Lamaga and the Wolf, then that would be 13 damage. So either way, he would be wanting to heal. Vampire Calamity. Okay, so that gets him up to 16, unfortunately. I could trade here and play the Primal Giant. Okay, what are my follower pools? 1, 2, 3. Actually, if I play the Primal Giant in this trade, I'm guaranteed going to be pulling out the Lamaga. Because this is only summoning followers of different costs. Yes, I'm guaranteed the Lamaga, actually. So let's just Primal Giant here. Like, next turn he wants to be playing Behemoth, which isn't great on this board. Next turn we're still threatening a lot with like either the Omni. We have Regea, Nara, Lamaga out. Okay, Contemptuous Demon could do some crazy stuff. But we do have the Primal Giant. He has to deal with the Primal Giant first. Let's see how he does. Let's see what he could do here. Because I'm also interested in seeing what Wrath's Blood could do. Like, this is a really hard board to deal with, I think. I'm applying a lot of pressure with both Lamaga plus just the board in general. Unfortunately, the World's in our hand. We can't invoke the World next turn. So, the World, I don't get the ability. Okay. So now he could... Oh, he has to trade this, though. He loses his effect. So he has to keep doing his pings first to clear stuff, but he needs to kill this, the Primal Giant first. Otherwise, if he kills everything and kills the Primal Giant last, it's just going to res everything back again. Can't really board lock me because I'll just kill him. Okay. Gonna do it like that. He's still dead. He's just very dead. He's dead on board anyway, so.